Well, hey there everybody, welcome back to the 4-String Strummer, the channel. It's all about ukuleles. Folks, if you want a quick and easy way to get started with chord melody and you want to learn a fantastic classic Christmas song, stick around for this one. Heaven and nature sing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with just a real simple do, re, mi. Okay, so we're going to play this in C. Don't worry too much about the whole music theory thing because we're not going to get into it too deeply, mostly because it's just not something that I do. So put your C chord on here, and if you have a listen, this is just do, re, mi, going backwards. And then forwards. All right, so let me just show you this little pattern here first of all. We'll start with that. It starts on your C chord, right? So just right there. Then we're going to go to the 2nd fret on the same string, open. Then we're going to go to the 3rd fret, 2nd string, 1st fret, 2nd string, open, 2nd string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and then open on the 3rd string, which is your C string, right? So you go from C to C. All right? Now, just listen to this. I'm going to play this through again, and then I'm going to turn it into a song without even changing the sequence of the notes I'm playing. All right? Just listen. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to just change the timing. Okay? Listen. Isn't that cool? All right, so when you're figuring out these chord melodies, they're all right there. They're within those notes. All right, now let me show you how we can play this with chords now and how that kind of interacts. All right, so now we'll put this together with the chords, and this is just a 3-chord song, right? So it starts with C. Joy to the world, the Lord, G7 has come, C. Let F, her 3, G7, her C. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing. G7, and heaven and nature sing. Back to C. And heaven and nature, G7, sing. All right. So, folks, if you're just getting started, just play it like that with a 3-chord thing. We're going to do a sing through, play through thing at the end here. So I'll just show you some nice, basic, simple strumming for this first. And then we're going to put the chords and the little together so that you can play them both and drag that nice melody out while you're playing the chords. So if you're a little bit more advanced, that'll be the version for you. All right, let's talk about some strumming first of all. All right, so for this one, we're going to use the old tried and true, our paintbrush strum. So paintbrush, if you're new, is just hit it with your thumb on the top string and you brush with your finger, just like that. Okay? Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a King. Right? Nice and simple. Gets that little ringing sound in the background. Great for this kind of a song. Now, if you want to, a little bit more of an advanced strum, not huge, but you can add a little flick with your finger, and I call this the finger drag strum. And what that is basically, think about it like a paintbrush strum, and you're doing a little flick up with your finger in between paint and brush, okay? Like that. So it's like we're taking paint and we're splitting it in half like that. And finger, drag. Think about it by the syllables. Finger, drag. All right? Now I'm not going to play the entire song with this strum, but I'm going to throw it in every once in a while. And again, what it does is it just kind of breaks up that strumming pattern a little bit, okay? And adds a little variety. So let me just kind of play it through for you here and listen for when I just throw that in. Doesn't have to be at any set time. That's up to you whenever you want to use it. All right, have a listen. Start with my paintbrush. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let us receive the King. Okay, so you just kind of flick it in there every once in a while, okay? So that's all you need to use for strums for this song. Now, let's take a look at putting the chords together with the melody and how this whole magic works here. All right? Have a listen. All right, so what are we doing here? So when we look at this, let's just kind of rewind a little bit, right? So we've got our do, re, mi. All the notes in this song are going to be one of those notes. So if you're kind of hunting and pecking around, you know it's going to be one of these notes. It's not going to be this one, right? Listen. That doesn't fit the do, re, mi, right? No. So you know it's not one of those notes. Okay? So let me show you now. So we're going to start with the C chord. Put your C chord on. Joy to, and it goes down, right? Joy to the, you can strum it open. That's like a C6 or something, right? Joy to the world. And then when we get to world, all we're doing is we're adding our second finger here at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And we're just leaving our C anchored in place for most of this, right? Now it stays anchored. The Lord. Now we go to G7. And it's up here. The 3rd string, right? Where our finger is down at the 2nd fret. And again, it's one of those notes. Has come. We go back to C. Come. And that's our C string, the 3rd string open, right? Again. G7. And we go back to C. So you can start to hear it being pulled out now, right? Now, let's take a look at the second part. So now we're going to go let F. So it's C, 2nd fret, open. Then we go back to the C with our 2nd finger here at the 3rd fret. Okay, again. And we're just running down that scale, right? Let every heart. And just strum it through. You don't have to actually pick the individual note. One more time. Let every heart prepare him in heaven and nature sing. So on the heaven and nature sing, heaven, it's that 2nd string. Again, that's one of those notes, right? Open. Right? Heaven and nature sing. So heaven and nature sing. And all we're doing is we're running it up on that 2nd string. Heaven and nature. 1st string? 1st fret rather. Sing, 3rd fret. Well, you're just keeping that C chord. Then open. Then we go to the G7. And it's that 3rd string right here at the 2nd fret. Heaven and nature. And we lift our 1st finger off the 2nd string. And nature sing. And we just drop it back down. And then we lift it again. And have, heaven, have. And that's the 3rd string open. Heaven. So it's heaven, And all you do is you just strum through. Heaven. And you hit that first string with maybe a little extra gusto. Heaven. Because that's your note. Heaven. And then you just take your hand off. Basically, it's like your C6 again, right? Heaven and heaven. And then we're back here to our 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Heaven. You can hear it go down, right? Just listen here in your ear. You'll hear it. Then what's going to happen is it goes from your ear to your brain to your hand. And after a while, it's just going to almost bypass your brain. Once you get this little pattern down, and it's going to go directly to your hand, because your hand's going to know where it needs to go based on what your ear is hearing. So heaven. And then we just drop our first finger here at the 1st fret again. Then you lift it. Then you go to G7. And the nature, it's on the 3rd string. Where your 2nd finger is. Sing. And then you end by going back to the C chord. And you've got your C string open. Your 3rd string open. And you strum it through. All right, let's take a look at some other options that you can use for the strumming. Now, if you want to, folks, if you're still, kind of working on this paintbrush thing, or you're still concentrating on your changing chords, you can just do a nice, simple little thumb strum, right? I call this the 1 strum for the kids when I'm teaching them, but it's just like 1 down with your thumb. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a king. Just nice and simple, nice and soft. Now you can take that style and also amp it up a little bit and use it for your chord melody. And here's how that would work. All you do is you just strum it through. And you just try to highlight where those melody notes are that we talked about, right? You see how it works, right? So you don't have to do any fancy strumming. You can just do a nice, quiet, mellow thumb strum with it. All right? Now, let's play the song through and try it just with strumming, just a thumb strum if you want. If you want to start to incorporate a little bit of the paintbrush and the finger drag, just kind of mix and match it up to get your own sound. All right, let's play it through now. All right, folks, just a quick note. Today I'm playing my KELLY brand Banjo Ukulele. These are now available with a pickup as well. Okay, you can see the listing on my website, which is at 4stringstrummer.ca. The KELLY brand ukes come in at about $199 is where they start Canadian, so it's about $145 US. So be sure, check it out. There's still time to get one before Christmas. We also have the Dukes available, and we do have a couple of the not quite perfect ones available. I think we're just about to update and put 1 or 2 more on. So make sure that you check that out. We can get those out before Christmas as well. Really appreciate the support, folks. Again, don't have to buy an instrument from us to let us know that you're supporting the channel. Just hit that subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up, and we would really appreciate it. All right, let's play the song through now. Here we go. All right, we'll play it through. We'll start off with a little bit of the singing, just a nice simple chord progression, and then we'll do a little bit of an instrumental. All right, so pick how you want to do the song. If you want to do the instrumental all the way through or whatever works for you. All right, here we go. Joy to the world, the Lord is Well, there you go, folks. A nice, simple, classic Christmas song that's going to really get you on your way to chord melody. I hope you enjoyed it. Till we see you next time, folks, keep smiling, keep strumming, and have fun, maybe with one of these videos right over here. Bye for now.